Jim, the phone lines are hopping right now. We're going to go to Pascagoula and talk to Kevin. Kevin, good evening. Thank you for your patience. What can we help you with? Hi, Kevin.
Yeah. All right, I've got a question for you. I'm not for sure exactly how to word it.
Okay.
Or to ask, but it's with this COVID-19 stuff, they said told them to go get a test. I went and got a test. It's been a month or so ago. Got it on a Saturday. I told them to wait and take a test on a Saturday.
Okay.
And the quick test come back positive.
All right.
And then turn around and went the next day to take the other swab test and it usually takes a few days for it to come back.
That's right.
Okay. Well, whenever they got the test back, they initially called and said that it turned out positive, but then they called back Friday and said that it was actually a negative.
It was a negative. I
so
got
you
you.
missed the whole week of work because as soon as you take the test, they automatically send it to your work and say that
right.
You'll be out for the next 10 days.
That's right, for the positive.
Right, for the positive. So you've missed a week of work and you didn't get paid for it.
Kevin, you're kind of wondering what happens with your work now that it was a false positive and how that moves forward.
Exactly, because
Gotcha.
Because you lost that week of wages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jim, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think what Kevin's saying is, can the testing facility pay me back for my lost week of work? Is the way I gather that. And so, unfortunately, Kevin, probably not. Okay. In these kind of circumstances, no test is 100% accurate.
Right.
There are known false positives with this COVID test. Some of the tests are fairly high rate of those. And so medical science is not always an exact science. And so I don't think you'd be able to recover or, really should even try. Unfortunately, I think it's a bad sort of problem that everybody has with COVID, and most medical testing facilities are doing the best that they can. So it's unfortunate. On top of that, another interesting sort of topic along with this, back when this virus started back in March or April,
right.
The governor entered an executive order at that time that basically made medical providers essentially immune, where you could not bring a claim for COVID-related claims for medical services. So that probably plays into it too. But it's a practical matter. Look, everybody's going through a rough time. That's a bad result, Kevin, and I understand you're out the money. Yes. But unfortunately, these tests aren't 100% positive. They're not a guarantee, and I don't think you got an avenue to recover.
And Kevin, let me throw this. Jim, I'll put my other hat on. I'm going to put my county hat on. We've had to deal with this. All the cities and counties have had to deal with this one. I would definitely talk to your HR person at your work or whoever kind of takes care of personnel issues, Jim, because there is some pretty strong language from the Department of Labor on this, and you do have some rights through that as well. It depends if you're full-time and part-time. There's a lot on that type of stuff, but definitely talk to whoever takes care of personnel in your office or HR or anything like that, staffing, and ask them about the Department of Labor's guidance on this, because there could be some relief for you there. It gets complicated though, pretty quick.
And that's a great point. It's not always necessarily a lawsuit or somebody's at fault, but there are benefits. And look, they have different COVID packages are coming out with the federal government all the time that hopefully will give everybody some relief. And so.
I'm still waiting on my check, Jim. Have you gotten yours? I hadn't gotten mine.
I'm getting the check, but I tell you,
they said they might be sending cards too. I'm sure we're going to get some questions on that too. I don't know where they are.
I'm ready to get this behind us as a nation. This has been tough, and I hope better times are ahead.
They are. We just got to soldier through on this one. Jim, I got a text question while we were listening to Kevin there. Kevin, thank you so much for the call tonight.
Thanks, Kevin.
This text question comes in. This is from a local friend of ours that we both know. They wanted a little bit more detail about the special fiduciary. This is back on the Singing River side of this.
Okay.
And the special fiduciary apparently made a change right before the holidays, and that's what's affecting this deadline. So they want a little bit more detail on this deadline.
That's right. So I can give a lot of detail on this. This is one of the things I can talk about a lot because, again,
you have a minute.
I've lived it for.
You have 1 minute. So
so essentially, what has happened up until just before Christmas, the special fiduciary, the person who's in charge of managing the pension plan, who's court appointed and court supervised, basically petitioned the court, and the court has now allowed individual pension members who could not do this before can proceed with their own claim against anybody else, any other company, any other potential company that may have been responsible for either the underfunding that took place in the pension plan or for not being candid with the pension members and the statements that were sent and not omitting information about the underfunding. So if you're in the situation where you're in the Singing River pension plan and you suffered some type of financial loss when the benefits were being reduced, I think 3 years ago this coming April, so
wow, 3 years.
2017, then you need to act now.
Right.
You may have the potential to recover some more of your pension, but you cannot wait around.